Good morning. I would like to share with you an exciting new scheme we are introducing with, initially year 11 and 13, but ultimately all students. But before I do, I want to share with you my vision. My vision is to develop students as lifelong learners. It's fairly straightforward, and I think it's one that we all share in terms of our core values as being teachers. But let's just go back a second and think about the beginning of the year. We talked about our school improvement plan objectives. And they were effectively funneled through the learning journey, which is effectively our vehicle for delivering high quality teaching and learning at Warlingham School. And then we also had the Warlingham Learner, which is our vehicle for developing the attributes that you'd like to see in students in terms of them learning through their time at Warlingham. Now, between all that, we have a bit of an overlap, and this was discussed right at the beginning, but this section we're going to go through now is all about metacognition and practice for progress. I'll talk of practice for progress in a little bit, but metacognition is effectively giving the students the ability to understand how they learn and trying to combine both the learning journey and the Warlingham Learner to develop really good, high quality, lifelong learners that has the skills and the capabilities to deal with life. So why should we develop metacognition? If I was in the hall with you all, I'd give you a chance to have a bit of a think, pair, share, but I don't. So I'm going to talk you through my belief and why we should develop metacognition. Hopefully it is yours as well. So it is about giving students the skills, the knowledge and understanding of their own operations, their own lives in terms of becoming lifelong learners, so developing students as learners, but also to give them the knowledge and the skills to sort of take control of their own life and situations that they will come across in the future. So by giving them these skills, we're giving them self-efficacy. Okay. Now, as well as all this, we want to improve the student outcomes, and as a byproduct of this process, we are actually going to reduce staff workload, and hopefully you'll see how useful this could be. So what does success look like? We obviously talk about our learning journey and having a destination, so I want to share that one with you. So in terms of the students need to show understanding of both how they learn and the techniques that we're going to share with them to support their learning. Students will have greater confidence and self-belief. And students have greater sense of control of events in their life. Now, in terms of the parents, we want them to be able to support their students. In terms of you guys, we want you to be able to use specific techniques to develop metacognition throughout your practice. Now, how are we going to do this? Well, let's introduce practice for progress. So what is practice for progress? Practice for progress is about giving students tangible strategies to be able to develop their study skills, be it that in the classroom, be it home learning, be it reviewing old work, be it revision. There's lots of different ways, but ultimately practice for progress is about going through initially 8 techniques of the week, and these 8 techniques of the week will be not just things to do, and it's really important that it is things that they will need to consider and think about how they're learning alongside the techniques that they're using. Now, to make this a really successful project, it needs to be reinforced by you guys. So expectation of staff. Now, you may feel like you want to use some of these techniques with all year groups, and that's absolutely fine, and why not? But in terms of the launch, in terms of making it work with year 11 and year 13, we would like you over each week to adopt one of the strategies. Now, maybe it's just a homework, and I will set up homeworks on Satchel so that you can use and just enter in a keyword, if you like, and they can be using those to then perform one of the techniques. Or you could use it as a starter, or you could use it as part of your lesson. Absolutely fine either way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you the first technique of the week, which is called blank page retrieval. Some of you may have heard of this already. And it's going to be a short video, and this video will be shown to the students and it will also be shown to the parents, and we'll do the same kind of thing each week. We'll introduce a new technique of the week. But over to Mr. Foster for his video.
When we start revision, we often think, what do I need to know? So we start by going to our textbooks, exercise books, revision guides and revision lists, PLCs, to begin the laborious process of creating revision resources, notes, spider diagrams, flashcards on which to test ourselves. This is not the best way to start. Start with what do I already know. Use this to focus and streamline what you do next. A technique for this is called blank page retrieval practice. So how do I do it? Start with a blank page. Pick a topic or aspect of a topic that you need to revise. Write down everything that you can recall. Allow things to flow from other things as you recall them. It can be a list, it can be a flowchart, spider diagram. It doesn't matter at this stage. It's a question of seeing what's in your memory and allowing it time to come out. A good tip is to underline things that when you recall them, they fire off your memory of other elements of things that you need to know. They're useful for later revision. When you've finished, add to and organise in a different colour the things that you need to know from textbooks, revision guides and so on. Why a different colour? Well, you can now differentiate between what you already know and the gap between that and what you need to know. Now you know where to start in creating your revision notes, your spider diagrams, your flashcards and so on. Best thing about this technique is that you can repeat it. You can simply repeat the process after having done some revision and see how far you've come. And if you keep old copies, you can see the progress you're making by the amount that are in the different colours on your blank pages. The benefits of this are the process of retrieval not only shows you what you can recall, but actually just simply doing it strengthens your ability to recall it. So it helps with the things you already know as well. Secondly, you have clarity as to what you do and don't know. Thirdly, it gives you a clear focus for revision, and your focus is on the things you need to know, not time wasted on things you already know. You avoid the illusion of knowing that you get from rereading familiar but not recalled information that cheats us into thinking our revision is effective when it isn't.
So that's just the first of the 8 techniques of the week that we're going to be using, and you can see on the slide here we've got the other 7. There are videos, and there are in some cases resources, and there's the image, as you see here, that will support all this. And we really want to have it really hammered home to Year 11s and Year 13s over the next 11 weeks, because allowing for half term and the 2 cap weeks as well. And to really want to get them so they are used to using them and really appreciate why they're using them as well. So Year 11 will be having an assembly, or will have had an assembly, on Wednesday the 14th of October. The Year 13s will be getting their assembly a week later. And so they will be aware of the techniques. They're also going to have a vague introduction via the Inspire session. So Year 11 tutors, thank you for doing that. And then they will get a subsequent video assembly every week until the scheme is finished, really just to support them with the new technique. Parents will also be emailed the video link, and it will also be advertised in the parental newsletter, and they've already been written to as well. So that's the way of getting the parents involved. You guys will be receiving a new video each week. I will do it as part of the briefing, but I'll try and get it in the Daily Digest early as well, so you're aware of it and have plenty of time to watch. Okay, thank you very much for your time, and I really hope that you can support making this a really, really useful process and scheme for the students to work with. Have a great day.